Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are all of you? Hopefully, you guys are doing well, and welcome to another full day of streaming. This fifth straight day that I've been streaming for you guys, and another full day of content, double streams today. What a day we've got in store for everybody today. Let me personally welcome you to the hilarity before it ensues. So, today is Thursday, May 3rd, 2018. Hello, everyone. I am Phil, of course, and I welcome you. What can you expect today? What will be on the docket? What is the deal with today's streams? Well, folks, this is the big one. This is the culmination of everything that I have ever done in my entire life. Okay, no, that's a little bit too over-exaggerating. Everything that I have done in regards to ever picking up a controller and playing a From Software game. Every moment that I've ever played a Dark Souls game or Bloodborne or a DLC for one of those games has culminated into right now. And you might say, well, what do you mean by that, Phil? Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I am going to reach the end of the Old Hunters DLC in Bloodborne. Okay? I've enjoyed it. I have overall enjoyed the DLC. Thank God I persevered and got past Ludwig, who in my opinion so far has been the toughest thing in the entire DLC. Some people apparently say that Lawrence, the optional boss of this DLC, is harder. I don't know. I beat him on the second try and I honestly thought Lawrence was pretty easy. I really did. Now, I don't know if that's any kind of look on my behalf or whatever, if I just played it right. I don't know. But Lawrence was pretty easy in my opinion. So what do we got left? Apparently, you know, I'm very near the end. There's like one or two more areas to explore in this DLC. And then we're going to get to the final boss of the whole thing, the whole shebang. Now, lore-wise, okay, this fishing town that we're in is supposedly the source of everything in Bloodborne. Now, I don't understand that because we haven't really seen anything, right? All we've seen is that we heard that people here have scurvy and they turned into these mutated creatures. But I don't understand how this fishing town is the source of all the lore of Bloodborne. What I'm hoping is that by the time we finish the DLC, it will explain everything. Like, how did this whole thing start? Maybe this was the origin of when people found out about the aliens or something. I don't know. But maybe we will find out. Alright. I guess we're going to see how it goes. But apparently, like I said, I only have one or two sections left. And then the final boss of this DLC. Which I've been hearing, alright, from people who have been, you know, talking about me eventually getting to this DLC. Almost everyone agrees that the final boss of this DLC is one of the hardest, if not overall, the hardest From Software boss ever in history. Now, I guess some people, because it's funny, someone on Twitter last night was talking about this. They said, well, some people will argue Nameless King in Dark Souls 3 is. Some people would actually argue that Dark Eater Midir from the Ringed City DLC is the hardest Dark Souls boss. I mean, I don't know about that. Like, Ring Eater Midir, to be honest with everyone, I thought wasn't that hard. All you need to do is learn the pattern, which was stand in front of his head and wail on his dragon head, right? And then he just basically falls apart. I honestly think Nameless King is one of the most annoying bosses in the From Software series because it has multiple phases, multiple forms. If you're not on point at any, time during the fight, you can immediately lose almost all your health, if not instantly die. And then his final form is just insane. Like, Nameless King, I thought was really tough, man. Yeah, I don't know. But, again, I don't know what this final boss is. Everyone's telling me the name is Orphan in the stream chat. I don't know anything about the boss. I've never seen it. I don't know the attack patterns or nothing, so we're going to see what it is. All right? The only thing I'm hoping, quite frankly, I hope it's not a gimmick fight. I hope it's not, it's a boss you can't hurt unless you know this certain thing. Or, it's a boss where, like, for example, fucking Bed of Chaos. You have to run and jump across a platform while dodging a million things. I hope that's not what the boss is. I hope that it's actually a legitimate fight. Because at least if it's a legitimate fight, I have a fighting chance. If it's not a legitimate fight, I could be here for hours just trying to fuck around and figure it out. Alright, so I really hope that it's a skillful fight and not just, some bullshit. Because that would really suck. The final boss they ever do for Bloodborne was a gimmick fight. I don't think it is, but I guess we'll see. Bionichu in the stream chat just said it's not. Okay. I really hope it's not. Alright. So that's what's on the agenda for today's first stream. Now, the thing is, this stream, depending on how things go, right, could end up being a shorter stream. But then if that's the case, if I do finish this DLC, well, then what I'll do is I'll go and I'll finish the game. Because I still have to fight Gurman. And then I have to fight the Moon Presence to end off the Bloodborne Redemption Run playthrough. And then if we still have time, maybe I'll start the Chalice dungeons. Alright, so it all depends. This could either be a stream where I run through everything quickly somehow and boom, we're done. Or it could be a stream where I just am stuck endlessly on this final boss of the DLC. Okay? So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And we'll go from there. Keep in mind, this run of Bloodborne, I've had a lot more variety, a lot more skill usage. Like, for example, I have the ability to parry if I need to. Or I could go dual wielding with the Blades of Chaos. Or Blades of Mercy. I call them Blades of Chaos because I've been playing God of War. So I could. If I need to parry, I can parry. If I need distance, I can use the chain whip for the threaded cane. If it's more of an up-close fight, I can, poke with the Blades of Mercy. And apparently I am going to try to kill the 2 giant fishmen inside of the well. Okay? People are telling me I'm going to get a really good weapon if I kill them. So I'm going to try to kill them too. Alright. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to get that weapon first. Maybe I'll level that weapon up and see if that's any better. And we'll go from there. Alright. So, that is today's stream. First stream anyway. Bloodborne. Now, guys, as you can see, we do have the cheer leaderboard up for the Bloodborne stream. So, if you either cheer with bits, if you subscribe to the channel, if you tip me, any of those things, you're going to get up on the leaderboard during the live stream. Alright. So, it's a good way for you to get recognition for your contributions. As you guys can see, we're only 30 subscriptions away from hitting the sub goal for May. If we hit the sub goal for May, I'm going to be doing a Street Fighter Anniversary Master Run Challenge where I play through 11 different Street Fighter games, or at least attempt to, playing them on the highest level difficulty in arcade mode and attempting to beat them in a marathon-style sitting. I've never done anything like that before. It's going to be full of salt and rage because the computer always cheats on the hardest difficulty setting. It could be quite the show. Let's put it that way. But we need 30 more subs. So, being that this may essentially be the final session of Bloodborne, today may be a good day for you to get in here and subscribe to the channel. Alright. Now, keep in mind, I still got God of War coming up. I've got Ultra Street Fighter 2 and PUBG coming up. Next week, it looks like I'm probably going to be starting Dead Space 2. I got a lot of fun stuff still coming in the next few weeks. And then, of course, the second half of this month, huge new releases like State of Decay 2, Detroit Become Human, the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection in itself. And I'm also probably going to be trying out H1Z1 for consoles. Okay? So, please consider please consider subbing to the channel to make this happen. It would be pretty awesome if today, during the very final session, well, today might not be the very final session, alright, but it may be the next to last session, depending on how this boss fight goes. But anyway, great opportunity to sub and get in on this and be a part of it, alright? Could be pretty cool. Now, later tonight, guys, I am streaming again. I will be streaming Yakuza 6, which has been one of the most laid-back, weird playthroughs I've ever done. The plot of Yakuza 6 is incredibly ridiculous. Alright? It's the most ridiculous off-the-wall plot I've ever seen. And this is coming from someone who played Yakuza 5 and had to do timed, button-pressed, teen idol dancing and singing segments. This one is actually more ridiculous with this whole baby plot line and everything going on. So if you want a very different kind of stream tonight, come on and check out the Yakuza 6 stream later tonight. Okay? Fair enough? Then tomorrow, guys, Friday. I'm very excited for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a day when it's less about ongoing playthroughs or completing challenge runs. Instead, it's going to be a fun day where I get to just kind of hang out with you guys and play games that are more relaxed. We got Ultra Street Fighter 2 on the first gameplay stream tomorrow. As you guys know, I'm really good at the game. I can play with every character in the game. And the last few sessions that I've done have been quite interesting. So that's coming up tomorrow. Ultra Street Fighter 2. A way for me to stay up to snuff in Street Fighter, to not be rusty. So when the Anniversary Collection comes out at the end of this month, I am ready to jump right in and tackle it with some old school Street Fighter gameplay, rather than being like, oh man, how do I play this game? You know, I'll be playing Street Fighter 2 pretty much all month, once a week, so that I can stay, well prepared for the upcoming collection. All right. So that's tomorrow, and then tomorrow night, the return of PUBG. That's right, guys. PUBG tomorrow night. Should be whenever I play PUBG, it's a fun stream. Should be a fun one tomorrow. So I hope you guys will join me for that. All right. Then Saturday is my day off, but Sunday I'll be continuing on with God of War. And for those of you who have been following the playthrough, you'll know I'm pretty much at the end of the game at this point. All I have left to do in the game is the final major side mission for the dwarves, which I'm already halfway through, and then finish the story. So there's a very strong possibility I may actually complete God of War on Sunday, okay? Which then means this coming week will either be the conclusion of Bloodborne if I don't finish it today, or Dead Space 2, or both, all right? So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes, but I'm pretty excited for next week as well. You know, I love Dead Space 2. It's one of my favorite survival horror games that I've ever played for YouTube. Keep in mind, when I did play it, it was back before I was live streaming, and was also before I did direct capture. It was a very early playthrough for me. So to be able to actually do those things with you guys and share that experience live could be quite fun. It's going to be one of those throwback playthroughs that's an anniversary style playthrough, because this, if you guys aren't aware, this is my 10th year on the internet being a content creator, playing video games and having fun and sharing those experiences with you guys on a daily basis. So 10-year anniversary. This is a playthrough that I've always wanted to go back and replay. So that's why I'm going to be doing it. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So there you go. Now you guys know what to expect in the next few days to week of, gameplay streams. And I hope to see you guys around again. Any of your support is much appreciated. All right, guys. Outside of that, a few quick things. Number one, my website's back, thekingofhate.com. If any of you want to go over and check it out, please do. All right, it's a pretty cool place where you can post up and have some fun discussions with other people. Number two, for patrons who pledged to my Patreon in the month of April, thank you very much, first of all. I will be contacting you this Sunday night in order to get you information about how to get your perks for the month. All right, sounds good? Okay. All right, now let's get to the plug segment. I want to get through it quick, because we got some shout-outs to give here on the pre-stream. I see actually a few people here are around that I haven't seen for a while. What's going on? What's going on? I'll say shout-out Ping Pong Pang. I haven't seen you on a first earlier stream in a long time. Usually you attend the nighttime streams. What's going on? The Spicoli. What's up, Spicoli? Seeing you around. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a bit. This is cool. We got some people coming around, coming back who usually weren't here for the earlier streams, and I like that. All right, let's get through the plugs so we can start doing shout-outs. Sound good? All right, guys, so if you enjoy my live streams, if you enjoy my videos on YouTube, if you've enjoyed the 10 years of content, my life that I have shared with you on the internet on a daily basis, and all those gameplay experiences that I created for you, and you want to see it continue, obviously the best way to support is to watch. Watch the streams, watch the videos. But if you want to go above and beyond, you want to help out in any way you can, there's many ways that you can do that, all right? Number one is my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, where you can pledge to my monthly Patreon drive campaign. And if you do so, not only are you helping me to afford the cost of doing business, including electricity, cost of games, cost of internet, cost of equipment, etc., but you also get perks, things that you get back in exchange for your pledges, including things such as getting premium forum access, getting shout-outs in my YouTube videos, being able to nominate and vote on games for special events. In fact, very shortly, starting this weekend, the people who pledged for April are going to start nominating and voting on games for a Patron's Choice playthrough, which will be coming up probably sometime in June. Okay, so that's pretty cool. But also, you can get your questions answered on my Q&A show. You can make get a private Q&A video made for yourself. Really awesome stuff. People who pledge to my Patreon really enjoy it. Really enjoy the perks. So give it a look. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. All right, that's number one. Number two, my Teespring shop, where I sell all kinds of merchandise, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, and mugs. Great quality stuff. I can personally attest, because guess what, guys? Watch this. In honor of the conclusion of this Bloodborne Redemption run, I'm wearing the I Hate Skeleton shirt from my Teespring shop, which was inspired by Dark Souls, as well as my run in Dragon Age. Because every time I play a Dragon Age game, there's a million skeletons, right? That's what this shirt's... In fact, I'm dressed as Solaire on this shirt, okay? So that's just one of the many things you can get over at my Teespring shop, all right? High quality stuff, I can personally attest, because I'm wearing a shirt, and the shirt is great. It's much better than some of the low quality shirts. Yeah, sorry, someone just distracted me with a cheer that I'm gonna have to deal with. All right, so anyway, yeah, guys, check out the Teespring, all kinds of stuff. All right, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, and mugs, good quality stuff. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. All right. Anything you buy from my Teespring store, I get a good commission from. Helps me out. And, you know, it's pretty awesome that you guys check out the stuff. Thanks to anyone who has bought anything from the Teespring shop to begin with. And thanks to anyone who in the future will also be checking it out. All right. All right. And let's see here. Last but not least, guys, if you were obviously here live on the stream, all right, if you're here live on the stream, there are ways that you can also get participation, get interaction with me. How do you do so? Well, if you would like a shout out during the course of today's stream, you can either cheer, sub, or tip. And if you do any of those things, guys, any of those things, you will be able to get a shout out during the course of today's stream. All right, sound good? So if you do so, you know, it's a great way to interact. It's a great way to maybe, you know, cheer me on. It's a great way to get a question answered quickly. All right, it's a cool thing. It's a cool interactive thing. Now, there's some criteria if you want to get a shout out. Number one, please be as short worded as possible. Please be concise, because the longer winded you are, the longer your message, chances are I'm not going to read it, especially if I'm in the middle of something really difficult. Why on earth am I going to stop everything I'm doing in order to read your message, right? But if you have a quick question, something, a quick comment, a joke, something like that, always much appreciated. All right. Also, please be positive. And what I mean by that is, I understand that there are going to be people here today who are going to be here insulting me because they go, oh, you suck at Bloodborne or whatever. That's one thing. It's another thing to come in, personally insult me or insult another streamer or bring up memes and negative, associations with other people, or say, oh, someone made a negative video about you, or someone did something negative about you today. I don't want to hear anything about it. For example, someone just cheered and saying something about detractors. I'm not even going to read it. I'm not reading your cheer, and I'm not going to bother with it. I don't care, dude. This is not a stream about that. It's about positive, fun gameplay, having fun with you guys on stream, not giving any kind of attention to idiots. All right? So, none of that crap is going to get a shout out or any kind of, recognition during the stream. So you're just wasting your time if that's the stuff you're going to do. All right? The bottom line is, in general, 95% of people get it. Usually we get a very small bad element who try to derail stuff, but in general, most people get it. And we have a nice fun time here on the streams. So, no worries, guys. It's going to be a good stream no matter what. All right? Okay. Now, if you'd also like visual recognition for your contributions, all right? So, if you'd like an on-screen animation to play, in addition to getting a shout-out, well, there's 3 ways you could do that. You can either cheer 50 bits or more. You can subscribe to the channel and wait a couple minutes until this share button pops up, and you can click on that share button, all right? Or you could tip me $5 or more during the course of the live stream. If you do any of those things, All right, you will get an on-screen thank you animation to play. They're pretty neat. They're designed by longtime viewer, fan, and chat moderator Popsicolo. So shout out to him for making those for us and making the streams a lot more fun. So it's pretty neat, both visual and verbal recognition for anything that you contribute. All right, a couple things I've already mentioned. The sub drive we have this month, 475 subs. The Street Fighter anniversary special challenge run. I hope we can hit it. I really would love to hit the goal and do a first time. That's a first time. All right, a first time event that I've never done before. So I certainly hope that we can hit that goal, hit that event, and do it. All right, that would be pretty damned awesome. All right, but the other thing I want to talk about is I just mentioned cheering, subbing, or tipping, and you might say, well, how do I tip? Because I don't understand that. You know, I see you could cheer and sub through Twitch, but tipping seems to be a whole different process. How do you do it? First of all, guys, if you can tip me right now, I would very much appreciate it. Reason being, right now, you know, this is just real talk. The next week, my finances are very tight. I just had to dump a bunch of money last month to pay my federal taxes, and I'm very nervous about making ends meet in the next week. All my bills are coming due, and tipping me, all right, if you tip me during the streams, I get that money right away, and I can put it straight towards the bills and make sure that I don't get a freaking overdraft notice from my bank and get screwed over, all right? So tipping me right now would help a lot, all right? So how do you tip? Two different methods. If you look below my live stream on Twitch right now, there's a grid of information, and by the way, it looks a lot more neat these days. I have to say special shout out to viewer and fan Fizzle. Fizzle actually redesigned my entire Twitch dashboard there for me with new panel buttons, okay? So shout out to him. It looks a lot more neat, okay? Look for the one that says tips. Click on it. You can leave a tip, all right? And you can either do it anonymously or leave your name in a message. So you can actually get one of those aforementioned shout outs during the course of today's stream. If you don't see any of that information, all right? If you don't, then what you should do is type in !tip into the stream chat. And if you do so, Nightbot will bring up the command and post a link in the stream chat that you can click on, and that will take you directly to my tips page, all right? That's for mobile users who can't see it, because mobile users will never see the dashboard. It doesn't load for mobile users. That's how you can check out the tips on a phone or mobile device, okay? So, yes, ladies and gents, you know, that is how you can help me out the most right now, is by tipping. So anyone who tips me, I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. Apparently the tip command didn't work. Hold on. It did for me. How weird. Well, there you go. I just typed it in the tips command. That's weird that it only worked for me and not for other people. But there you go. It just worked. There's the link. All right. Again, anything you guys contribute helps significantly. Right now, I prefer tips because tips I get right away and I can put straight towards the bills and not overdraft my bank account, which would be nice. Okay? All right. So that's it for the plugs. Now let's get to shout-outs for people who have contributed here on the pre-stream. All right. Let me, actually, you know what I should do? I should refresh the page because I did not refresh it to bring in all the stuff. I know people have contributed overnight, and I definitely want to give those people credit where credit is due. So allow me to refresh the page here. All right, let's scroll all the way down here. All right, shout out to, first of all, the people who contributed overnight. Those who cheered, subbed, and tipped when I wasn't even live streaming. It's much appreciated that you guys keep me in mind when I'm not even around. It's pretty awesome, all right? So shout out to Golden Colt, who did a 100-bit cheer and said, lift heavy, and he did 2 of the flexing muscle emotes. Flex your pec emote. Yes. Shout out to Infinite, who did a 100-bit cheer and then did another 100-bit cheer. Thanks a lot, Infinite. Then Golden Colts did another 103-bit cheer. Very nice. Woomy Girl this morning cheered me and said, can I send you a mail? It's totally not a parcel full of Choco Pies, Italian-style octopus, super spicy ramen noodles, a copy of Splatoon 2, and a 3,000 yen card for Octo expansion. I would not like any of those things, please. Please, no. Okay. All right. Woomy Girl actually cheered again. Now this, by the way, is when the stream started. So what I'm going to do now is start keeping track of the size of tips and cheers and get people up on the leaderboard here. We're going to update the leaderboard now, okay? So Woomy Girl was the first to cheer. She said, "Serious, Woomy is serious. Can I actually send mail to you? I want to send you cool stuff and some games you can't get in the States when I go abroad in a month." How about this, Woomy Girl? Here's what you should do. Send me an email if and when you know exactly what it is that you might want to send me. All right? darksidephil@hotmail.com. Let me know what you're planning to send me. We'll talk about it back and forth, and we'll figure it out. Please just don't send me a box of random stuff that I don't know what it is. Okay? Please don't. I have enough stuff that just shows up at the house, and I'd rather know what's coming and know what's going on rather than just start getting random stuff here. Okay? All right. Shout out to Ping Pong Pang who tipped me $2. Thank you, Ping Pong Pang, for the tip. You're obviously the top tip for today. However, I believe there are more tips coming up, so I won't update the cheerleader board just yet. This Spicoli subscribed to the channel for the 6th month in a row. For that 6 months of ongoing support, he has earned himself the Golden Crown Chat badge. And he says, "What's up, my bros? It's good to see you, Spicoli. We haven't seen you in a while. And it's good to see you back." Thank you very much for resubbing and for the support. Definitely appreciate that, okay? Shout out to K Jones, who cheered and said, "Hard to believe it's been that long, bro." Yeah, I know. Well, here's the thing, and here's what you guys got to realize. In 10 years that I've been doing content creation, in regards of gameplay, for, 8 years I've done it for a living, 10 years I've done it total. All right. Things have changed pretty significantly. All right. Pretty significantly. I used to just be doing offline content with a camera. Then I changed into doing it more professionally with a camera that was widescreen HD. Then I turned it into direct capture and live streaming. Now, these days, I'm more of a live streamer than anything else. So over the years, there have been different levels of things that I've done on the internet. I have been a content creator for 10 years, but I've changed up my formula many times, okay? And it's funny because there's different generations and waves of viewers and fans of mine. There's people who've been there from the start. There's people that jumped on during the times when I was ultra popular on YouTube, say 2011, 2012. Then there's people who kind of jumped on during the first direct capture era and live streaming when I started on Twitch. Then there's people that jumped on during that interim era when I was off Twitch and kind of live streaming on YouTube, but streaming really wasn't the focus. And then there's people who in the last year have basically over the years heard so much negative crap about me, they actually came over to my streams to watch me live and said, "Holy shit, this guy is actually fun to watch. It's a fun atmosphere. It's great stuff. It's not all negativity like these idiots tend to say on the internet." They totally have slandered this guy over the years, and he's not anything that they're basically saying he is. He's actually way fun to watch. So there's different waves and generations of fans and viewers that have come in, and I know that, all right? So it's crazy when you think 10 years. In reality, it's not. I doubt very few people have watched me for all 10 of those years. You know what I mean? But I'm very appreciative. All right. Very appreciative of the fact that people have jumped in and jumped on from time to time. I have people who told me, "Phil, I was a fan of yours back in the day. I stopped watching you for a while and now I've come back and I'm enjoying your content again." I've gotten those too. It's awesome. And it's really cool to think I've been around for 10 years. How many YouTubers, internet content creators have been around for 10 straight years? That's a big accomplishment. It's funny because there's people who've come after me who have quit and they're not doing that anymore. It's like, but I stuck in there, no matter what, I find a way, when first of all, people troll me, false copyright strikes, they destroy my YouTube channel. I find a way to survive. Then YouTube ad revenue plummets. I switch over as a full-time streamer on Twitch, and I find a way to survive, you see? Like, I've persevered through all adversity for the last 10 years. And by the way, there's been a ridiculous amount of adversity. Ridiculous, okay? So, thank you to all of you. And whether you've been here since day one, whether you're someone who joined me during one of these various eras of content over the years, or whether you're a newcomer, I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a good time. That's the whole point of my streams. It's not to raise money. It's not to promote a product. It's to have fun. That's what it's always been. Playing games, having fun while I do so, sharing that experience with you guys on a daily basis. That's all I've ever wanted to do. And I'd like to think that despite the various changes and things that I've gone through over the last 10 years, I've at least stuck to my roots and done just that. So thank you guys very much for that. I do appreciate that. All right. Shout out to the Arid Lord official who subscribed to the channel with Twitch Prime. However, I don't actually know if that's really Arid Lord, because I know Arid Lord used to have a different Twitch account, so I don't understand why he would make a new one. But anyway, regardless, thank you for the sub. Ping Pong Pang has now tipped me $10. So Ping Pong Pang officially is now the top tipper for today. Let's get him up on the leaderboard here. Again, welcome to him, because he usually is not around for the early streams. He's usually a late night stream viewer. So interesting to see him here early. Maybe he was so intrigued by the fact that I'm about to fight the toughest boss in From Software history, he just had to see it for himself. Then we had that detractor, or not really necessarily detractor cheer, but someone talking about detractors. I'm not going to acknowledge it. So don't bother cheering, subbing, and tipping and trying to get a shout out in regards to anything detractors do. I don't care. Okay? Ugh. Excuse me. All right. Up next, we had Mike Lee, who cheered. He said, Phil, to make the Street Fighter Challenge run fun, try a 1 credit run per game. The AI in Street Fighter games is not very hard. I played Third Strike at highest difficulty on keyboard. It's not too hard. Also played Third Strike on Fightcade. All right, enough of this. This Mike Lee literally is a contrarian. Like, everything I do, he always has to tell me the better way to do it. So I have a good idea. No, you should do it this way instead. It's better. Oh, I'm going to play Ultra Street Fighter 2 to practice for the upcoming. No, you should play Fightcade instead. I think I'm going to do a Street Fighter Challenge run. No, you should be doing a 1 credit run. Mike Lee, I appreciate your cheer. Please relax. Please relax. All right? The point of this run that I'm going to do is going to try to get through as many games as possible. If I do a 1 credit run and have to start from the beginning, not only would you have to see me redo the same fights over and over, which would not be entertaining for the stream audience, it would take too much fucking time. So, basically, I had no chance to get through all the games if I'm doing a 1 credit run. The point is, in 7 to 8 hours to try to get through 11 games. Trust me, I know what I'm doing here, alright? I haven't been around for 10 years and just started and don't know what's going on. I know what I'm doing, so please stop trying to second guess me and tell me what I'm doing wrong. Alright. Shout out to Sedella, who cheered and said, when I was in Dublin, we went shopping. Then we took a plane from Dublin to Washington, 8 hours. Then to Washington to Florida, 2 hours. By the way, on the ship, we hit the casino and I played 21, made over $100. Very nice, Sedella. Very good to hear about your trip. It sounds like it was quite the fun time going on a European cruise to Ireland and doing all various fun things. Maybe one day we'll all be so lucky to be able to go on something that fun, right? I certainly have not. I've never been on a cruise or anything. I've never been out of the country besides Canada for work. So I've never even seen Europe or anything. Maybe one day, right? But awesome. Good to hear that you had a good time. King Swaggins just cheered and said, got back from watching Infinity War again. It was great. There was only like 10 people in the theater. The way we should watch movies. No annoying peasants. It was glorious. Well, I have two opinions on this subject. I do wholeheartedly agree that sadly in the modern era, a lot of people who go to see movies are very disrespectful. They're on their goddamn cell phones. They're bringing crying babies. Yes, Infinity War, a movie where there'll be giant combat explosions and all kinds of shit. Let me bring a small baby to this fucking movie so it could cry the whole goddamn fucking time and ruin it for everyone, right? But that's the problem, is people are very, very just dumb. I don't even know what else to say. Disrespectful and dumb. You're so ignorant to think that that's something that's going to bring satisfaction to yourself or anyone else around you, doing these disrespectful things during a movie. And the bottom line is movies these days cost a hell of a lot more than they used to. Used to be able to go to a movie for like $5 on a matinee, right? Now to get a full price movie ticket in some markets is almost $20. So you're talking the cost of purchasing the movie permanently and rewatching it whenever you want is the same cost as seeing the movie when it's new. It's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, there are some drawbacks to seeing a movie in person. At the same time though, being in a theater, right, when a movie is brand new, with that awesome surround sound system that they've got, seeing the movie in really high quality visuals, and hearing the crowd reactions to some of the epic parts, like laughing along with funny parts, gasping at a dramatic moment, right? All these things could be pretty awesome experiences, right? So, it's a trade-off. It really is a trade-off. What are you looking for? The best overall experience with that movie is a different thing for every person. Some people really like just having a private experience of enjoying the movie for themselves. So they'd rather be at home and watch it on their own home theater system, right? or with a laptop with headphones, you know, however you feel is the best way to experience that movie. Some people want to be in a public setting. So there you go. But I'm happy to hear you watch it again and enjoyed it. I won't be seeing it until it's on demand. So, all right, Ruby Girl cheered again. Said, "Dear Phil, I wrote you, but you're still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom." I think that is a reference to a song. I wouldn't know which one, but thank you for the cheer, Ruby Girl. YOLO Dopper cheered and said, "Doesn't the bank charge like $75 for each time there's an overdraft?" I believe my bank, I think they charge around $40. Yeah. Because what they do is they'll fund the overdraft. They'll give the money even if you don't have it in the bank, but then they'll charge you for it. And the thing is, you know, I'm getting paid this month. I get money from Curse for my YouTube channel, you know, profits from the ad revenue. I get money from Twitch, but I don't get those until, say, the middle of the month. So that's why this first week to week and a half of every single month is always the financially tightest for me because all my bills clear. And it sucks because right now, all that extra money that normally I would have in there is gone. I paid it to taxes last month, and it makes me nervous. So, Ace Best did a 27-bit cheer, and by the way, Ace Best is the top cheerer for today. So let's go ahead and let's get Ace Best up on the leaderboard here. Hold on. There we go. 27 bits. And Ace Best says, "I will survive, oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive." A classic song, I will survive. Thank you, Ace Best, for the cheer. And Sedella cheered again and said, "When I saw Infinity War, there were people next to me sleeping and smoking pot." Wow. What a great experience that sounds like. All right, guys, so again, I'd like to say thank you very much for your contributions. I appreciate it. Going to end the pre-stream now. As I said, anyone who cheers, subs, tips, you'll get a shout-out. You'll also get on the leaderboard if you are the current top cheerer, tipper, or subber. Thank you very much. And let's get into the end game of Bloodborne, guys. Here we go.